What's up, guys? Um, I just wanted to do this video because I was looking at a post about Justin Bieber, or a video on YouTube about Justin Bieber, and I got fixated on his illness, with his twitching of his eye and his paralysis within his face. And I decided to research it. And he was diagnosed with Ramsay Hunt Sydrome. I just did a little research, didn't get too extensive in it. But it's saying that the Ramsay Hunt Syndrome is a neurological disorder caused by what they call varicella zoster virus, if I'm saying that right. The same virus that caused chickenpox and shingles. It characterized by facial paralysis and painful rashes on the ear, and sometimes hearing loss and other stuff. They're saying that it is the second most common cause of traumatic facial paralysis and stuff like that. Okay, so in that, reading that little bit, I went ahead on and researched what they call the varicella zoster virus, and that's saying that it is a type of herpes virus that causes chickenpox, shingles, and other infection. The virus stays in the body and react yearly and reactivate years later within your nerve cells, even after recovering from your illness. Okay. So my heart skipped a beat when I read the word herpes and shingles. So I went further and researched shingles. And it's saying shingles is a nerve pain and a rash caused by the varicella zoster virus, the same virus that causes chickenpox. If you had chickenpox in the past, you could get shingles early. You can get shingles. Early symptoms include burning pain, shingles, and discoloration. Can't read my own handwriting. You might get a headache or fever not long before the rash appears. Okay? Shingle is a virus infection that causes a painful rash and nerve damage. It also causes herpes and herpes zosters. Okay. Like I said, the word herpes and shingles make my heart skip a beat. So with that little bit that I read, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 7:30 in the morning now. My whole research of what I was aiming for went in a totally different direction. I'm on the phone texting my son. My son is at work right now. He was at work at 5 o'clock this morning when I texted. I'm texting my son because I know my son had the chicken pox at when he was an infant, basically. When he was a toddler. He was a toddler. Him and his brother, his baby brother, had the shingles at the same, I mean, not the shingles, well, it is all the same, but had the chicken pox at the same time. So I'm testing him, you know, my research findings, and I was like, baby, make sure you being safe. I'm telling y'all, I'm not a content creator. I'm just doing this. I got scared. I got scared for my seed. You feel me? I got scared for my seed. So my misunderstanding of what was going on, I'm thinking that you can catch this Ramsay Hunt Syndrome from not contracting, but having chicken pox at an early age or whenever you catch it. And that Ramsay syndrome is a result from now the herpes is a result from this Ramsay syndrome. Or you can get this Ramsay syndrome by contracting herpes. That was my misunderstanding of it. I was still in the understanding mood of it. So I guess on Chat GPT and Chat GPT, they detailed it for me. So my understanding of it now, and if anybody who's in the medical field or what have you who sees this, hi, hello, who sees this, can comment down below to let me know whether or not I'm on the right track or I'm still missing some stuff. But Justin Bieber diagnosis of his illness, which is Ramsay Hunt Syndrome, is like an effect from he caught the chicken pox whenever he caught the chicken pox, and his diagnosis, that virus of the varicella zoster virus, it lies dormant within your system, and that virus can be reenacted due to stress or any tragic situation that's going on in your life or whatever. So that in turn reenacted or started the Ramsay Hunt Syndrome. Like I said, if I'm not saying it right, somebody in the chat let me know. If anybody in here that's hi everybody, that's anybody in here that knows anything about Ramsay Hunt Syndrome or the varicella zoster virus, let me know. But it gave me a scare. My motherly instinct kicked in. So like I said, I'm texting my son on his job, my 32-year-old on his job, making sure that he's right when he's out there dating, because once I seen that herpes and that shingles, whoo, grandchildren I must have. But like I said, my original research was to see his illness caused by Hollywood, which somewhat it is, because they saying that it came on because of stress, according to the research I was just doing. And but my research angle was rather not, because I was asking Chat GPT, could Ransom Hunt Syndrome, being that it's saying that it's a type of herpes. I was like, is that because of the sexual contact? Not sexual contact, because of the multiple sexual contact, or the person that you having sex with and not knowing their sexual background or their sexual medical history. And they were saying no, that wasn't the cause, being that Justin Bieber hung with the diddler, and they was doing all kinds of. But my research, what led me to Justin Bieber, is because of the fact of Kanye West. I know I'm all over the place. Like I say, I ain't no contact creator. I just was doing my research, and I just wanted to be on live while talking about this, because I wanted to see what any other people come in that know more than me, that would explain it more than what I'm reading or research on. But I also was looking at a clip with Kanye West with excuse me, about, is this not a health instructor, but like a fitness instructor or whatever that he was speaking about in the past, that tried to, hurt him, or were trying to give him medication, or had him committed into the psych ward or what have you. And reading seeing them post the text that he sent to Kanye about whether or not he was gonna Kanye had two options to decide or what have you. He can either stop cursing and make an exaggeration or whatever, or I can send you back to the psych ward. Basically, in my words, I can send you back into the psych ward. You know what I'm saying? Again, you know what I'm saying? So with that, I thought about Michael Jackson. I thought about other people that have, entered into the industry, and all healthy, looking good, great, but then they start to, even Martin Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? They end up doing something crazy, something outrageous, and it's all over social media, the news, or what have you. Now everybody is saying that these particular people are crazy, they're losing their mind, they're depressed, and all this and that and the third. Hello everybody. So that would lead me to Justin Bieber, because I was gonna do a post on that. But this guy, this fitness instructor, I'm learning that he works with the forces, or something to that extent. So was he sent to Hollywood, and particularly to target certain people and have them committed because they won't do what Hollywood want them to do? I feel funny because, well, I mean, I don't know. So my thing is, can we believe everything that, especially now with what the Diddler don't went through and what he's going through? Can we, is there my question is there gonna ever be a true Hollywood anymore? Is Hollywood really is at an end? Now that we know, especially say that I have a talented granddaughter, which I'm a grandmother, a talented granddaughter or a grandson, and I want them to pursue their talent. You know what I'm saying? Is it safe? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like every time we discover that we have a talented member of our family, or we see a person randomly that we think that can go somewhere with their talent, we always hand them off to Hollywood, and Hollywood end up bringing them down. So like I say, my question is Hollywood anymore? But that scared me, for real. Even though I know my son is safe and very much healthy and happy, and not looking to build himself, before deciding to get serious with a relationship or have any kids right now, which that's aggravating the crap out of me, because I want a grandson or a granddaughter, whatever, it doesn't matter, just give me a child. But still, that's scary though. Hi everybody, thanks for coming in. That's scary though, to think that you still have young adults out here, or young people out here, that want to pursue their dream as far as their talent, or you know what I'm saying, and Hollywood is the first place they think to pursue that dream, and they're destroying everybody that enter into that industry. And that's really scary. Even in the NBA or what have you, not necessarily in the music industry or the movies or whatever, it's ball playing as well, track as well, anything that's in that realm of Hollywood. So I mean, we have to be careful, because the situation with P. Diddy, that situation there it should have scared a lot of people in trying to go that route. And I figure if you want to pursue your dream as far as being, talented or what have you, then it's best to try to promote yourself. Promote yourself. Cancel Hollywood altogether. Because how safe is it? You come on now. Allegedly. How many times have we've heard just within the last 2 years about African? You know what I'm saying? How many times? Hi, everybody's coming in. So is it safe? I don't know. I'm just rambling now, y'all. But the thing is, I just got scared. Like I said, my motherly instinct just kicked in like crazy. Not saying that my son is going into the industry like that. He's not going into the industry or nothing. You know, my son just a manager at a company. And but the fact that he is a grown man, he's 32 years old, but to a mother, a child is your child is your child. And when I first started reading up on Justin Bieber diagnosis, it scared me. So I started testing my baby. Please be safe out here. I know all my son said to me, I love you too much. Oh my God, I know he cracking up at work at me, man. That's scary, especially when I read that word herpes. I'm like, what? Please wrap up, baby. For real, for real. Wow, that's crazy. But that goes to show you, no matter, you never too old to learn, man. You never too old to learn. And it's not like I didn't. Everybody know about herpes. And let me say this disclaimer again. This is only educational purposes only. Entertainment and educational purpose only. Don't take down my video. But when you read up on these new medical, then I don't know why I'm so dumbfounded. But my field wasn't necessarily medical words. I mean, I read medical words in my field. My field was accounting in medical. When I started reading them big old words and I seen herpes up on it, I started testing my son. Baby, please be safe. Oh, that's so funny to me. No, my son cracking up on me. But I felt bad about Justin Bieber, though. That was a talented young man. And he looked like he was going somewhere as Timberland and all them, Wow. That's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Once you catch chicken pox, all kinds of stuff just lie dormant within your system. Not saying that herpes is a bad thing. Everybody would not like to catch that, but if you're not out there being safe, it's a great chance that you'll catch it. And like they say, you know what I'm saying, virus react to other viruses, and that varicella zoster virus is reacted, or it reacted, and it in turn caused the Ramsay Hunt Syndrome. That's the paralysis that Justin Bieber has in his face. I know his diagnosis is old news, but it's like new news to me because I only followed Justin Bieber when it came to. I started following Justin Bieber when the Diddy situation came out. When I seen the video years ago of when he was 13 and Diddy was lying to him about getting him that car in the house. A 13-year-old? Come on, dude. But all that old news. But yeah, we have to be careful out here. Be careful or out here dating and sleeping around, and also we have to be careful of sending our kids, our children, our family members to Hollywood because they want to pursue their dream. And we know now that it's a death trap, basically. It's not beneficial to go that route. So the best thing we can do for our kids, you need to work. You need to make the money so you can manage and produce and sponsor yourself. At least, you know what I'm saying? Or hire somebody that you trust. And then again, who can you trust these days? Because once the money start rolling in, what you mean, Snoopy, you need prayers? What's going on? What's wrong? But but yeah, Hollywood is scary. My girlfriend is in jail. I raised her 3 kids. I made 45 an hour for school bills, rent 1875, daycare 1,000 a month. No help. Her baby daddy in jail. Oh, law abusers and everything on me. Oh my God, baby. My as I don't want to offend no one. I don't see how women do it. It's baby, I raised 5 by myself. 5 by myself. You just have to keep, my prayers is meditation. I don't want to offend nobody. I'm not going to get too deep in it, but my prayers is meditation. You got to manifest what you want in your reality, baby. That's the only thing I mean, I feel for you. I know what you're going through. Like I say, I raised 5 on my own. The first part of my first 3 kids' life, you know, is when I found, or when I met my last 2 boys' father. And wow. I put you in my meditations. I know it is. Yeah, 5. Ooh, you got babies. Oh my God, it wouldn't do for me to have no children. I'm glad I'm at the age where I can't have no more, especially in these days and time. No sir, my oldest is 40. My youngest is 32. I got 2 deceased, 2 girls and a boy that's still living. 2 boys deceased. Ouch. One, my oldest son, 2 months ahead, 18th birthday. He was unalive. And my youngest son at 28, he died of testicle cancer. That came out of nowhere, according to me. That came out of nowhere. I didn't know. But trust and believe, the ancestors gonna be there for you, baby. You stepping up for 3 kids. Trust and believe. I don't want them to go into foster care because I'm all and family They're not biological kids. These are my stepkids and just hard. I commend you. I commend you. I really do. It just, when I see someone step up like that, it's just like, someone going off to the service. Thank you for your service. Because of the kids being left behind today, that's crazy. And I'm all about family. I'm all about family. You're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. If no one else says it to you, I appreciate you. Because our kids are our future. They being brainwashed and affect and everything else today. And that's because we don't left them behind. They don't have any protection out there anymore. Of course they gonna get wild, and don't an animal does when they out in the wild? They get wild. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna do what's necessary in order for them to survive. Especially those whose parents just completely just turn their backs. I've always protected my kids. That's why I got scared when I was doing this research. My son 32 years old, and I'm calling, still trying to have the sex conversation. At 32 years old. Please protect yourself, baby. I know he cracking up on me. But yeah, I commend you, sweetheart. Just meditate. Just meditate, baby. You have to manifest what you want in your life, and it's gonna come. I need definitely glad to be of service. For real. I'm so serious. I was really scared then, man. But yeah. What is boys, girls, mix? Whew. Them girls is the hassle. Some people say the boys are. Whew, those girls. Oh my goodness. My boys was a breeze. It was those girls. Robert 8. Abigail 6. Oh, okay. Oh, you got babies. Oh. I'm gonna make sure I put you in my meditation. It's not the kids themselves, it's the environment, baby. Other people. That's what I feel about my grandkids. It ain't them being bad and being disruptive and being, just outright misbehaving. My fear is the people, the world. The world. I'm afraid for my grandkids out here in this crazy world. Oh, and you're young. Raising 3? Well, I was young too. But in this time, I'm so glad I raised my kids at the time I did. Seriously. It was hard then, but it was much, much more simpler. Much, much simpler. These are some dangerous times. Just like I keep, seeing videos and everything about social media, how social media getting people caught up. And it's all because kids got to find some kind of way to provide for themselves. They are starting to realize that jail ain't the way. Doing wrong ain't the way. You still got them knuckleheads out there, but a lot of kids from like just 5 years back, they realizing that being out in the street is running around doing whatever is not the thing no more. But it's dangerous out there though. It is so dangerous. But did you say you had help? Do your family help? I tried to get government help with the food, but wait a minute, hold on. Food, but I understand. I understand. And that government thing, that's a whole totally different. I don't. I don't want to say anything wrong or whatever, but they ain't for you. They ain't for. They're not for you. The government and their funding and all that. These days they're not. It's who you know now in order to try to get those type of assistance, especially if you working. Okay, you need a job. You got multiple kids. You need a job in order to provide for you and those kids. You know what I'm saying? But I still need help. You know what I'm saying? And they feel as if kids cost a lot of money. Then you got multiple kids. I'm surprised I made it with 5. And I made it with 5 on government. I always kept a job, but I always had government apartment, or I got a little assistance. They always wanted to come into your business, and in order for you, they give you that offset amount in cash, and then food stamps. Man, I could not wait. I could not wait till my children grew up and moved out. I love them to life, but it prevented me from getting a job to a point to where not only maintain me, but the kids. It was hard with the kids, which I didn't push them out there. If they wanted to leave, they wanted to leave. But my door was always a revolving door. But I'm saying that it was hard trying to get a job to get off of government assistance. They made it so difficult for you to get off of it, and they don't want you to get off of it. They don't want you to, because every person that's on that government assistance, even in the shelters, every person that's in that system, the government get a return every year. The people so-called have these shelters, the housing and all that, they get a return at the beginning of the year. Right, exactly. Just because I make this money, and then especially today, with the economy is so outraged right now. Hell, you need 3 incomes in order to pay rent for a decent place anyway. And then you got to buy food, you got to pay the bills within that house. You got kids, you got a car. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I understand fully. They make it difficult. It's like from when I was raising my kids, which I was at a low, um, I was in government assistance in raising my kids, dealing with the government. And from then to now, they're not trying to help you. It's all about the currency. It's all about the money, the money flow. You know what I'm saying? I know. With my income, I tried to apply for food stamp. You know how much you know how much I get every month. And I wasn't even working. Them people sent me $3 a month. $3. Turned in all my information. I was just trying to get food stamp in order to, just in between finding jobs. I left one job and trying to get another one. They only gave me $3 a month. I gave them everything they want. Check stubs, housing proof, all of that. They don't want you to have it. It's who you know now. It's who you know that's getting all of it. Those crossing the borders getting everything. Everything. And I'm not saying that to be racist, it's just fact. I mean, I'm saying not all, but I mean, yeah, it's fact. $3. I'm on my last 2 months of getting them $3. I'm on my last 2 months of getting them $3. It took me 4 months to get $12. That it is. Seriously. Seriously. I mean, I wasn't even working. I don't want that cash. I just wanted some food stamp just to hold me over to my next job till I land another job. You gave me $3, man. And then the system, when I try to go in the system, they saying they sent me messages to do this and that and the third. But the system, it won't let you in to do it. It's like they got this. I mean, when I say system, I mean the website where you can go on the website and do it for yourself. You don't need to go into an office or whatever. You just correspond through this website. But it's like they got the whole entire system set up to where it's difficult and is to where you get. You know what? When I was raising my kids, when my kids was in a preteen, one person that was over the community center in the one complex I stayed in, he told me that was what was in their handbook was excuse me, when people come in, preferably mothers or what have you, when they come into the office of trying to apply for welfare, food stamps, and others, to agitate them, to get them frustrated, get them frustrated enough to where they wouldn't want to, apply for these benefits. So look at now I'm looking at how they handling things now. Man, come on. It's who you know. It's who you know. And I guarantee you, those that are higher than even you making $45 an hour is getting food stamps on your job. On your job. There's someone making more money than you getting them food stamps and don't deserve them at all, and don't even have no kids. I promise you they will. It's crazy out here. I'm like, what is the purpose of the government? Okay. Have a good day. It's crazy. But yeah, that scared me crazy. That scared me crazy about Justin Bieber and what he was going through. And he's gonna be like that for the rest of his life. That is so sad. He was a cute little young man. He was. I was looking for him to go big. I was expecting him to surpass Usher. But look who was his downfall. Usher. Wow. It's dangerous. Hollywood is dangerous. It doesn't pay to go into there. That industry is... So what would happen? Is they gonna change you know, my thing is they gonna try to maneuver around all the mess that don't happen over the past couple of years and try to pacify, no, not pacify, try to band-aid it, you know, because they do the mind controlling of not just the people that in the industry. I'm saying the world completely through the media. That's why I don't watch media news. I'm on TikTok. I get all my news from TikTok, YouTube, other social medias or what have you. But they're going to try to maneuver to a point to where... And then you have people out there, because life is so difficult, you have people out there that are in a desperate state, that are looking for the money. Say for instance, even though she's somewhat at the point where she want to be, what's her name? Sukahana. You know, Sukahana first came out stating that she sold her soul, and that she didn't have a choice. And look at all the vulgar and outrageous things they had her to do. I'm quite sure that girl didn't do all that by herself. She probably ended up doing a lot of that on her own. But this is how she came out to the world. I said that to say you have a lot of people out there that's desperate for money. And think that, oh well, long as it get me out of this situation right now, you know, I ain't got to worry about asking nobody for nothing to eat or asking nobody to take me nowhere. I ain't got to work no 9 to 5. I do this right here, my money, they gonna give me money up front. Wow. That's the fishing pole. That's the hook. Wow. It's scary. It's scary. Because with the alleged, you know, unaliving of Malcolm All, how they stating that he didn't drown. And then all this misconception on what happened to Tupac and Biggie. They know how to hide stuff, don't they? Now, they know how to try to hide stuff. So how safe is Hollywood? Got your secrets coming out now. They're going to keep flowing. Are you going to continue to mistreat people in the faces of the world? Is the people still going to continue to go against themselves and their belief and their morals just to survive? That's crazy. I don't know, guys. But, it's something to think about, though. But I've been on here almost an hour. We meant to stay on here that long. I just wanted to give you that little laugh. My little scare. And then I was talking to Snoopy. But all praise up to you, Snoopy. If you're still watching or you look at this later. You be blessed. You make sure you take care of you and them kids regardless. I figured that even though I'm by myself, I'm 56, I'm by myself, taking care of myself, it's still hard. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I'd rather go through the struggles and go through... I'd rather just take my journey as it comes to me than to go and look for these systems and for trying, to help me or what have you. Because I know better. I've been there, done that. It's not. The system is not made up for us. It's made up for those that are in power and people who knows those that are in power or think they have power. But that's all I have. Talk to y'all again. Peace and love.